covering all your local high school football games with highlights and scores. Now, Football Friday, brought to you by Alabama Credit Union.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome into week number 1 of WVUA 23's Football Friday, presented by Alabama Credit Union. Visit alabamacu.com to learn more. Alabama Credit Union, loans for real life. We have highlights from 12 high school football games for you this evening, plus our complete Football Friday high school scoreboard. And we begin with our game of the week. Tuscaloosa County High at Hillcrest. A beautiful sunset this evening and two big county rivals going at it. It was Hillcrest striking early. Ethan Crawford hands it off to Marcus Wilkins, and he punches it in for 6, and then he finds Julia Westerman's camera. But County High comes back. Damian Taylor is a man. He gets it into the end zone. We're tied at 7 in the first quarter. You knew this was going to be a heck of a football game. Tuscaloosa County sure loves its star running back, and wouldn't you? That's why he's already committed to Troy. He is special. Garrison, the quarterback, this time to Christian Davis. He pulls it in and pulls the Wildcats ahead 14-7. But Ethan Crawford is a dangerous customer at quarterback. The sophomore is going to have offers from all over the country, but he gets hammered by Justin Gilmore. This is big boy football tonight down at Hillcrest. And then it is Hillcrest Crawford to Andre Silver. We're tied at 14. This one goes down to the wire. Let's check out the final score tonight. 27-20. Hillcrest pulls it out. What a ball game tonight. It was our game of the week, and you see why. Tuscaloosa City School rivalry as Central traveled to Northridge tonight. We'll pick it up second quarter. Central quarterback Peyton Batchelor, as you watch Northridge come onto the field doing flips. Batchelor is sacked by Northridge player Evan Dindy. He celebrates the knockdown. Later, Colin Shellnut hands it off to running back Lyric Street for an 8-yard touchdown for the Jaguars. And they led it 6-0 as the PAT was no good. Central tried to put together a drive. Markellis Furr, he's another one of these great running backs in West Alabama. Looks like he may go all the way, but that tackle turned out to be big. You know why? Because on fourth down, Furr is stuffed deep in Northridge territory. That was a big play. Northridge had the lead going into halftime, and the Jaguars win it tonight over the Falcons. 26-0, the final score in that one. Sipsey Valley welcomed in Hale County this evening. Senior night for the Bears as they celebrate their senior class, and they celebrated on the field early. Quarterback Hunter Yeltman gives it off to Anthony Abernathy, who goes 9 yards, and then Abernathy is able to punch it in, and Sipsey Valley had a 7-0 lead with 5:44 to go in the first quarter. Looking for more, but it's picked off. Yeatman's pass taken away by Jamarian Ryans of Hale County. Second quarter now, Hale County. Xavier Carlisle is going to get it into the end zone from 3 yards out, running hard. Sipsey Valley had the lead 7-6. And boy, they really didn't look back after getting the lead. Malachi Pastor gets his chance, and he gets it in 3 yards out. And Sipsey Valley just had no answers. Hale County runs away and hides as we check out the final, 52-7. The group from Moundville puts it on the Bears this evening. Northside at home tonight against Winfield. These are two good football teams right here. And you see they are masked up there in the Northside Stadium. And here goes Jace McNutt running around and over Pirates for the touchdown. Rams go up 7-0. Winfield rallies. Will Beasley blocks the Northside punt and then takes it all the way for the score. Special teams so important in a football game. We're tied at 7, late first half. Northside's driving, but 3rd and 2 becomes 4th and 14 after Winfield's Logan Weeks sacks the Rams' Braden Green. Northside, though, goes for it. Chris Hilliker, he's retiring after this season, one of the area's best coaches. He rolls the dice, and that's why he's won over 100 games. Green to Jace McNutt, sets up the goal-to-goal situation, and then the touchdown as McNutt scores. And Northside wins a really good football game tonight by the final score of 21-14. What a game. All right, 4 games down, 8 to go. When we return to Football Friday, presented by Alabama Credit Union, Tuscaloosa Academy opened its season tonight at home against Autauga Academy. But first, after an opening week loss at Tuscaloosa County, the Paul Bryant Stampede looked to bounce back tonight at home against the Minor Tigers. Highlights are on the way next on WVUA 23's Football Friday.
We are the Fayette County
We love our cheerleaders. We say this every year. It's true. Cheerleaders, bands, pep squad, these communities, they make high school football special. Even during a pandemic, it's great that we're having high school football, I think. And the Fayette County Cheerleaders bring us back into Football Friday on WVUA 23. Our cheerleaders are brought to you by Pool and Patio Center. I'm Gary Harris, and let's keep it rolling. The Paul W. Bryant Stampede taking on the Class 6A rival Minor High Tigers tonight. And the Stampede, 0-1, looking to get their first win of the year, and they strike first. Cameron Ellis takes the snap for the Stampede and pitches it to Zach Bates. Zach Bates has reservations for 6. After a 2-point conversion, it's 8-0 Stampede. Miners' turn. Tigers strike back quickly with a touchdown pass from Alex Grass to Decorion Thomas, who will celebrate just a little bit, but the Stampede's still up 8-7. Then on the ensuing kickoff, Brylan Lanier is a special player. He's a cornerback, and as you can see, a heck of a kick returner. He's committed to Georgia State, and he has got big-time speed. He just leaves everybody in his wake. That is a touchdown, but Minor keeps coming back. We had a lot of good games tonight. David Gardner Jr. fights his way into the end zone to cut it to a 1-point game, and as we check out the final, tough loss for the Stampede tonight. They played well, but Minor played just a little bit better. 34-28, the Tigers take it over the Stampede tonight. Let's keep going. It was senior night for the Brookwood Panthers as they welcomed in Gulf Shores. The Dolphins coming all the way up from the Gulf Coast and striking early. Tavion Anderson gets the long pass to go up 7-0 for the Dolphins. And then it's Anderson again. This guy's a good-looking wide receiver, and Brookwood had their hands full with him tonight. And that made it 14-0. And Gardner from Gulf Shores, J.R. Gardner IV, scores on a long run as he takes it all the way. That made it 21-6 Gulf Shores, and it just kept on piling up. Here, even after the fumble, they cash it in against the Panthers. 28-6 at halftime, and as we check out the final, Gulf Shores wins it tonight over the Brookwood Panthers, 38-12. Tuscaloosa Academy opening at home against Autauga Academy. And this game got defensive first as there is a blocked field goal. And Tavion Sanders scoops it up for TA and gets some yards. But here comes Autauga later, late Barber to Andon Hillier. But TA's Wilson King is going to strip the football at the final second before he goes down and recovers the fumble. TA takes advantage. Whit Winfield to Jack Standifer. And Standifer, as Coach Bryant used to say, is out to practice early. He's behind everybody. 70-yard touchdown. TA goes up 7-0. Autauga, the Generals fight back with a touchdown of their own as Andon Hillier runs it in from 6 yards out. 2-point conversion would be no good. TA up 7-6. Autauga will end the half with that field goal right there. This was another tough football game, but Autauga takes it over TA tonight by the final score of 15-7. Bessemer City at Hoover. And Bessemer City going up in classification against the Hoover Bucks, and Hoover gives a lot of people trouble, and they certainly gave the Purple Tigers some tonight. Dylan Pauly with the 5-yard touchdown run puts the Bucks up early in this one. Then Josh Lundy is going to hit Isaac Lavoie on an 18-yard strike, and the Bucks up 14-0, and they're not done. Lundy is going to drop back again. He's got all kinds of targets. You know how talented Hoover is year in and year out, and they were showing off tonight as it's Lundy to R.J. Hamilton, 41 yards. He has reservations for 6. Bucks win this one big as we check out the final. No shame there for Bessemer City, though. Hoover beats a lot of people. 62-0 was the final score tonight over there in Hoover. Still to come, our first Football Friday High School Band of the Week for 2020. But up next, Thursday night high school football action on the docket, including the Gordo Green Wave washing out the Aliceville Yellow Jackets. That's next when Football Friday, presented by Alabama Credit Union, returns right here only on WVUA 23. Good stuff. The Tuscaloosa County High Wildcat cheerleaders bring us back from break, courtesy of Pool and Patio Center. We had several high school matchups on Thursday night that we covered for you on Football Friday. Let's go up to Pickens County. Gordo hosting Aliceville. This game being played in reform. Gordo Stadium is being worked on, so they're playing at the Pickens County Stadium. Gordo looking to strike quick. Tanner Bailey has offers from a lot of big-time schools, including Alabama. He's only a junior, but right there, it's Landon Ball. It takes a thief. Nice pick there by the Yellow Jackets, but Bailey comes back. He throws it out in the flat to Ben Capps. I said this on the sports. Capps is doing his best Gronk impression right here as he just carries guys on his back into the end zone. Gordo led 15-6 at this point. Aliceville looks to get something going. This isn't it. Fumble is recovered by the Gordo D, and that sets up Isaiah Edwards. He finishes off the drive with a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And Aliceville's got a pretty good football team, but this Gordo team looks like it might be special. As we check out the final last night, it was 30-12, the Green Wave over the Yellow Jackets. Bibb County at Fayette County last night up in Fayette. The Choctaws did not play last week. Greensboro couldn't make the trip and had to forfeit. Walden Tucker's back at Fayette County for his second stint as head coach, but Bibb County has Deshaun Morrell, and that gives them an advantage over most people they play. He's committed to UCLA. You see the spin out of the tackle for the touchdown there. Fayette trying to get something going on offense. Kendrick Moore with the catch, but he is met by a bevy of Choctaw defenders. And then it's Morrell again, his second touchdown of the night. And the next time, though, Fayette's defense is up to the challenge as Tucker Sanford with a big stop on 4th down to deny Bibb County, but they couldn't deny them enough as the Choctaws win it last night in Fayette by the final of 39-0. Also on Thursday night, senior night at Dora as the Bulldogs hosted the Holt Ironmen, making the trip up from Tuscaloosa. And Holt played a good ball game. Dora strikes first. Jamarcus Goodson reaches it out and goes over the line for the touchdown. But look at Holt. This is little Jordan Driver. Well, he's not that little, but he really is fast. He looks like he's wrapped up. He comes back all the way for what appears to be a touchdown. But you saw the laundry. The flag came out. Penalty on Holt, unfortunately, brings that touchdown back. But the Ironmen didn't hang their heads as they come right back. Zaire Hutton is going to find Dayton O'Neill from 30 yards out. That tied the game at 7-7. Holt fights hard, but comes up short. Dora wins it last night, 21-7, the final score. And it was Cordova at Carbon Hill last night. Carbon Hill starts the second half, trailing Cordova 12-8, and then loses their third fumble of the night. And the Devils will waste no time taking advantage as Cordova's Jack Gable is going to take it in. As you see, Chavis Williams, he played at Alabama. He also played for Cordova, but now he's coaching Carbon Hill, but he watched his high school alma mater get the better of it. Hedrick, or the touchdown there, and then they're going to get an interception coming up here as Carbon Hill trying to make something happen, but you see the pick right there by Cordova. And then Cody Hedrick is going to take advantage of the pick. He is going to throw a touchdown pass right here for a 24-8 lead, and Cordova goes on to win it. 30-8 is the final score in that game. Well, that's going to do it for our high school highlights, but if you're still wondering how your favorite team did, you won't have to wonder much longer. Don't go anywhere. We'll have our complete Football Friday scoreboard when we return here on WVUA 23. Keep us on your television. We'll be right back. Outstanding. Gordo High School is our band of the week. This year's show for Gordo at halftime is called Gordo Rewind. The song, You Give Love a Bad Name, by Bon Jovi. Our director, Jen, said it took her about 30 seconds, but she got it. I remember it very well. I was old even when that song came out. And glad to have Gordo High School representing tonight. We're going to have a band of the week for you every week here on Football Friday. All right, let's get to our Football Friday scoreboard as we welcome you back into the show presented by Alabama Credit Union. We got all the scores for you now that we didn't have earlier in the program. ACA goes on the road. American Christian goes down to Greensboro and gets a win tonight. 33-12 is the final in that one. Also, Linden tonight at home beat West Blockton easily. You see Demopolis 34, McAdory 14. Hopeful wins at home over West Blockton 30-12, the final in that game tonight. Spain Park wins at Briarwood Christian 21-14. It was Chelsea over Helena 27-23. Pinson Valley over Sage Valley in the Battle of the Valleys 31-21 the final. Oak Mountain beat Pelham 28-21. It was Southern Academy easily over South Choctaw Academy 32-6. Pickens Academy blanked Coosa Valley Academy 45-0. On Thursday night, Hubbardville. Well, Waterloo was its own Waterloo, I guess, as they got blown out by Hubbardville 40-6. Hamilton wins at Sullivan 27-18, and it was Phil Campbell tonight, or on Thursday night, I should say, a winner at Lamar County 33-6. Well, that's a wrap on our high school coverage, but Football Friday isn't over. When we return, we'll talk some Alabama Crimson Tide football. Yay, Alabama. The Tide practice this afternoon inside the Hank Crisp facility, but tomorrow, the Tide will scrimmage for the first time during fall camp. We'll hear from Nick Saban next. Stay with us.
We're all Winfield cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday on WVUA 23.
And again, we thank Pool and Patio Center for bringing us our cheerleaders every week, and so happy to have them as a part of Football Friday. The Winfield cheerleaders welcome us back in to the show. Let's talk some Alabama football. This afternoon, a light practice for the Crimson Tide and shorts, shoulder pads, and helmets as they get ready for scrimmage tomorrow. The big offensive linemen, boy, I tell you, can you imagine one of them coming off the line of scrimmage at you? I don't even want to think about it. They explode there. And Ben Davis, the outside linebacker from Gordo, fifth-year senior. His dad, Wayne, the Crimson Tide's all-time leading tackler. And Ben looks like he's in the best shape of his life, and I think primed to have a great season. They'll need some pass rush off the edge. Allen is another guy there, number 4. There is those defensive linemen coming right at you, and they're big, they're strong, they're nasty, and Alabama has a lot of them. And you got to have them in the SEC. And LeBron Ray, good to have him back. You saw him leading off there at number 89. All right, Nick Saban now on if coaching during the pandemic is any different.
I really don't see anything. I mean, we practice, we still do, same footwork drills, receivers run the same routes, quarterbacks got the same reads, offensive linemen got to block, defensive players got to tackle, everybody's got a key, read, look at the right thing. So when we're out there on the field, everybody's focused on, what do I have to do to be a good football player? The wearing of the mask, the staying apart, when you're not in there. But when you're in there playing, and it's your turn, it's your rep, we expect you to be 100% focused on doing your job and do it the right way. So I don't see any difference. There's no difference for me except this thing around my neck that I wear, that when I put up here, I can't seem to get the same emphasis that I'd like sometimes. I look like Jesse James robbing a bank, and I can't sort of get on people like I like to. Muffles the sound a little bit. So when we need to get someone's attention, we have to come out of bank robber mode.
Jesse James, Nick Saban, who you got in that one? Be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? Well, that's going to do it for the first edition of Football Friday here on WVUA 23. Thanks to Alabama Credit Union and Pool and Patio Center for their support of high school football. For all your weekend sports, join William Galloway tomorrow night and Sunday night on WVUA 23 News at 10. For all of us here at Football Friday, I'm Gary Harris. Thanks for watching. Have a great night and a great weekend, everybody.
14-0 in favor of your Central High School Falcons. Coming up. Making the move, pushing up in.